All right, everything that I've learned today traveling with a baby. Thing one, do not check your bags before the car seat stroller. If I wouldn't have done that, when the lady told me that I couldn't have extra things in the diaper or in the strollering bag, I would have had a place to put it. But since I had already checked the bags and did the stroller after the bags, I literally didn't have an option of where to put the stuff. I just had stuff. So that was bad. Yeah, maybe don't pack things in the car seat bag. I know people have done it and it's been fine. I think another mistake that we made was packing it in front of the gate counter so that they literally knew we had stuff that was packed in there, because I didn't touch the actual part with the stroller when we were packing stuff up, and all she did was unzip it a little bit and say this one's fine. And I had a crap ton of stuff packed in that one too. She just didn't see it. She didn't look. She unzipped the stroller bag and was like, I have to check to make sure it's not damaged before we fly. And I was like, cool. And then she's like, you have to take all this out. And I was like, can you tell me why? And she's like, because the stroller is free, but not the other stuff is free. And I said, yep, understood. And then I called Carly and I said, we got a problem. And Carly had to go buy another suitcase. And then they didn't let me use it as a carry-on. That was a whole debacle. I couldn't pay for another carry-on bag because we were supposed to have carry-on bags, even though they upgraded them to checked bags. So then I had to pay a separate $65 for a checked bag. So, mistake 3. I don't know. Yeah. Security was great. I think I did ask for them to check the breast milk if they needed to, with new gloves and stuff, but they didn't need to. They said that if it scans fine, they don't need to check it, and they didn't need to check it. Mistake, whatever number I'm on, the cooling bag I've never used before, and it kept the milk semi cool, but I don't think it kept it cold. Not like my mom cozy cooler. I should have just used that. It's what I've been used to. I know it would have been cold, so I have 8 ounces of milk that I'm I don't know if I'm gonna use. So that is a lesson learned also. Puppy pads is a good thing I did. So having puppy pads on the plane, just as throwaway diaper pads, and you don't have to take the actual changing pad out of the diaper bag. You can just lay that down and change it. They did have a changing table in the bathroom on the airplane, which was nice. We had to use it twice. Yeah, our flight, so we had the whole debacle in the morning, and then, mind you, we were up at 3 to leave. We left at 3, so we were up before that, and had this whole debacle. Sorry, this is long. I probably should have done 2 parts. But then we had to de-ice the plane. So before we could take off, they had to de-ice the plane, so that took some time. And then we got to Fort Myers, and they're like, we're one of 5 planes circling. The fog is too heavy to land, and we're second in line. And we're like, okay. They said, we're going to circle for 30 minutes and then try. And I said, okay. So then he tried, and literally barely got down at all, and zoomed back up. And I was like, okay. So be flexible with if you're trying to nurse while ascent or descent, be flexible with that, because there were multiple times that I was like, okay, we're gonna take off, or okay, we're gonna land, let me start nursing you, and then no. So then I was like, okay. Be nice to the person next to you. That was super helpful, because the person next to us was nice, so I didn't feel pressured, even though Sawyer was great. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about all. Oh, wait. Don't forget the bag after you buy the bag at baggage claim, because it wasn't our bag. I didn't remember what it looked like. So I literally left it. And, yeah, there was that. And then using a base in a car that we haven't used before. And so we were literally looking at the instruction manual, and the poor New York fireman came over. He had 5 kids with him, and he's like, what are you trying to do? Let me help you. And I was like, yeah, I think I need help. Thanks. So let people help. Lesson learned. I'm hoping on the way back goes better. I mean, we have an extra bag now, so we should be fine, with all the stuff we're using. So that's all the things I've learned. 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. This is kind of long, but I'm sure there's more.